Greetings, horse lovers. Epona Girl here, and today we're going to talk about round penning with River. River is a Norwegian fjord, as you can see. I know many of my subscribers are fjord fans. He's a 6-month-old colt that I brought from Montana as soon as he was weaned. Now, my vet advised against what she called forced exercise and circles. So this is a very large round pen, so it's not a tight circle, and I do not work him for more than 10 minutes. I don't want to overdo it, but I'm also not a fan of leaving horses to run wild till they're 2 or 3 years old and then start working with them. I like doing stuff with him now while he's little, so by the time he's grown up, he will know many things. So here I'm going to show you how I did a round pen session with him. It's uncut, so you can see all the things that happened. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So here we go. He's in the round pen, and I am using the Pivo, which is the same piece of equipment I used to film with riding Maggie. You can see my other video with that. It's super helpful because I've got it set up on a tripod in the middle of the round pen, and since I'm behind it, you'll see me for a second, but most of the time it just focuses on the horse. It's pretty cool. So when I round pen, this is only like the third or fourth time he's done this. You can see Sonny, his bro, is there to comfort him. Sonny always makes sure that he's okay. They're pretty bonded that way. I like to start at a trot just to get him moving forward. Ask for a direction change. Looks like he was a little surprised. Kind of loped off there, went back down to the trot. And basically what I do at this stage is just ask for a direction and then keep him moving forward and then ask for a direction change. And I'll also use the words like walk and trot, and I do a kiss sound for lope, just so they'll know that in the future for when we start riding. So there, I asked for a lope. He got pretty excited. Again, he's pretty new to this. I'm not a big fan of having them, careen around at top speed, but sometimes when they're just starting, they get excited, and that's what they'll do. But eventually, as you'll see in this video, he brings his speed down to a slower rate. Pretty cool how the Pivo just follows him around. Looks like when he goes to the right of center, it goes to the right, or to the left of center, he goes to the left. Now here I'm bringing him back down to a trot. Transitions are important for many reasons. For fitness, for while you're riding, and so that they understand those verbal cues and that he's paying attention to you. I don't just want him to run around and get all super excited and not pay any attention to me. So that time when I asked for a direction change, he thought about it a little bit more. He looked at me and was like, okay, what do you want? And then I sent him off the other way. He learns really fast. It's really kind of fun working with a youngster who is smart and interested in people. You can see Sonny there each time we go around. You can also see that he lay down on a pile of manure out in the pasture. He's got a little stain there on his side. So here we are loping again. It's pretty cool. I make sure he's on the correct lead, which he was pretty much every time. If he wasn't on the correct lead, I would bring him back down to a trot. You can see there he wants to hang out with Sonny. And that's typical. He's young, they're friends, but I keep him going in the direction that I asked for. And that's super important. The first couple times we did this, it was pretty random. He didn't know what I wanted, and he kept changing direction. Took a couple times for him to understand I want to point him in a direction, and he just needs to keep going in that direction. So this is just a real basic foundation for training in the future. So there I asked for a direction change. That was nice and calm. Trotting off nicely. And again, this kind of training, especially with a youngster, for Maggie, I may do it for exercise because she's a full-grown adult horse, and like many fjords, she has a tendency to be overweight. So I will kind of exercise her for about 20 minutes at a time in the round pen. if I don't have time to ride or do something else. And I do kind of prefer round penning to lunging with the line. But for him, it's more about just training. I don't want to work him until he's tired. He's a youngster. He's got a lot of growing up to do. Just, as I said, I like to work on training from when they're really young. Now here I've asked him to go down to a walk, and you'll see these transitions a couple times. Now, believe it or not, walk can be tricky because you see he just wanted to stop there. That's why I start with the trot, then I move to the lope. You see there he goes off on the wrong lead because he's just excited, and then I bring him back down. I like to start with the trot and then move to the lope, and then so they get a little bit of the energy out if they have it, or if they want to buck or anything like that. And then I like to bring it down to a walk, but it can be tricky because they want to stop, especially when there's some grass there. They're fjords, they're eating machines. They will vacuum up any food within sight. In fact, if you look in the background, when we go past the barn, you'll see the shape of Maggie who's in there cleaning up the floor. A little bit of hay spills out of the stalls onto the floor, and that floor will be clean by the time I go back in there. So I'm gonna get a direction change here in just a minute. There we go. That was nice. Just turn around and change. No excitement, no taking off. Just let him trot a little. Because when they want to get to stopping, I want to get that forward motion going again, but I don't want it to be too fast. So down to the walk. Nice. That's the kind of transition I like. And the trick is to get him walking but keep moving forward. See, he wants to stop and eat. So the rule is if they try to eat, I get them moving forward a little bit more, but I just want them to walk. They'll figure that out. So I do want them to know the verbal cues for walk, and I do want them to cool down. I just don't want them running around and around and around, getting all sweaty and excited. I want forward motion, but controlled energy. Not a big fan of what they call LTD, lunge to death, just lunging them until they're so tired they can't do anything. Tired is not the same as well trained. There's Sonny again. He's just making sure his little bro's okay. So we're just about getting to the end of the video here. Cooling him down. Gonna see Maggie cleaning up the barn here in a minute as we come around to that side. Nope, she's out of sight. So just kind of bringing them down. I always want these sessions to be positive and end on a good note. I never want to work a horse until they're tired or afraid. And there he stops. You see his little ears going around. He's like, what do you want? What are we doing? He's breathing a little bit, but not too hard. So that's good. He got a little bit of exercise, but don't want to overdo it. Licking and chewing. Wondering what's going on. And then just here I come to pet him and tell him how good he is. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my new horse-only channel where we'll talk about things like colt starting, Norwegian Fjord horses, trail riding, and other things that interest me. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are your opinions? Do you think youngsters should be worked? Do you think they should just be turned out until they're 2 or 3 years old and then started? Do you have any videos of your horses working in the round pen? Feel free to link them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.